Good day, students. I am Dr. Monica Khetarpal. I am Associate Professor of Physics in Government Dungar College, Bikaner. In my lecture series of Classical Mechanics, today we are going to derive the conservation laws. The conservation laws will be the law of linear momentum, angular momentum, and energy. And these three conservation laws will be derived from homogeneity and isotropy of space and time. Now I am going to tell you what does this means. Homogeneity of space. This means that Hamiltonian of the system, it will remain constant under translation. And isotropy of space means that Hamiltonian of the system, this will remain constant under rotation. Now, using this invariance of H under translation and rotation, we are going to derive the conservation laws of linear and angular momentum. And homogeneity of time means that there is no variation in time, there is no variation in Hamiltonian with time. And using this, we will derive the conservation law of energy. First of all, I am taking homogeneity of space. Using this, we are going to derive the conservation of linear momentum. For this purpose, initially, I am taking my particle to be located at a point at radius vector Ri. Now, what I am doing? I am shifting my particle by a small translational displacement, which is denoted by epsilon. This displacement is infinitesimally very small. And let the new radius vector of the particle is Ri dash. That means initially the particle was at Ri, now it has changed to Ri dash. The relation between Ri and Ri dash will be Ri dash equal to Ri plus epsilon. So variation del Ri, this will be equal to epsilon. Now, since there is a translational infinitesimal small displacement, I am taking, let my Hamiltonian of the system is changed by amount dH. This amount dH can be expressed as del H upon del Ri, del Ri. Substituting the value of del Ri to be equal to epsilon. Epsilon del H upon del Ri. Now, since we are taking homogeneity of, since we are using homogeneity of space. So, since homogeneity means that Hamiltonian must be invariant. So, there is no variation in H. That means putting dH to be equal to 0. So, using dH to be 0, I have del H upon del Ri equal to 0. Now I am using canonical equation. What does canonical equation stands? Pi naught equal to minus del H upon del Qi. So instead of del H upon del Ri, I will have Pi dot. Integrating this, I will get Pi to be equal to constant. Hence, homogeneity of space leads to conservation law of linear momentum. Now, I am taking isotropy of space. From isotropy of space, I will derive the conservation law of angular momentum. Isotropy of space means that Hamiltonian of the system remains constant under rotation. So I am taking my particle. Let my particle is initially at point B. And with respect to A point, its displacement is capital R. Now, and this is the origin and this angle is theta. Now I am displacing my particle. Now its position is with respect to my initial coordinate A at R plus del Ri, that means at the point C. So here the angle subtended at the point O will be, let it be del phi. This arc is equal to delta R. Now this OB side from this triangle OAB, it will be equal to this side OB will be equal to R sine theta. Since angle is equal to arc upon radius, I will get R to be equal to angle into radius. Angle formed is del phi and arc is BC. The value of BC is delta R and the radius is equal to OB, which is R sine theta. So delta R comes out to be del phi cross R. So when a particle undergoes a rotation, the resultant change delta R will be equal to del phi cross R. Similarly, the velocity of the particle also changes. And due to this rotation, let the change in the velocity be delta V. So this velocity change, delta V, comes out to be del phi cross V. So Hamiltonian of the system, due to rotation, let the change be equal to dH. So it will be expressed in terms of del Ri and delta Vi. Expressing in terms of partial, del H by del Ri, del H upon del Vi, del Pi. Putting the values of del Ri and del Vi, I will get here what I have done. I have multiplied numerator and denominator by mass. So MV becomes P. So I get del H upon del Pi, del Pi. Substituting the value of delta Ri and delta Vi. Here I have also multiplied by mass. So I will get delta Pi equal to del phi cross del Pi. These are the two terms which I got on substituting the value. Now, here I am using my canonical equation of motion. So instead of del H by del Ri, what I will get? Minus Pi dot. And instead of this term, I will get Qi dot, that means coordinate Ri dot. Taking del phi common in both terms, I get these two terms. These two terms can be coupled as d by dt cross d by dt Ri cross Pi. This is the change in Hamiltonian when there is a rotation. But what we have taken that there is isotropy of space. Isotropy of space means that there is no change in Hamiltonian under rotation. So dH will be equal to 0. Putting dH to be 0, I get del by del t Ri cross Pi to be equal to 0. Because del phi cannot be equal to 0 as it is arbitrary. So integrating this, I will get Ri cross Pi equal to constant. What is Ri cross Pi? Angular momentum. So angular momentum of the system is conserved when there is an isotropy of space. Now I am going to derive the third law, that is the conservation of energy. This law will be derived from the homogeneity of time. We can derive this law by using the dependence of H. H depends on Uj, Vj, and T. So I am writing my derivative of H with respect to T. I will get these three terms. Using canonical equation, instead of del H upon del Qi, I am substituting minus Pi naught. Instead of del H upon del Pi, I will get Qi dot. dH upon dt comes out to be del partial del H upon del T. Now, since there is homogeneity of time, what does homogeneity of time means? That H remains constant with respect to time. So dH by dt, this must be equal to 0. That means integrating this expression, we will get H to be constant. Now Hamiltonian of the system, which is equal to total energy, it will remain constant when the system is conservative in nature. So using the homogeneity and isotropy of space and time, we can derive our three conservation laws, the laws of linear angular momentum and energy. Thank you, students, for watching.